Here we go. Hello, guys. I hope I don't knock this thing on the floor. I was trying to figure out how to get some more light. Here, maybe I should put it over here. Never done it from this angle before, so first time for everything, I suppose, right? Okay. Just trying to see if there was a way. Here we go. Okay. Apparently not. I guess this is the only size that I can do. Okay. Hey y'all, what's up? You like my new do? And yes, this is my real hair. I like it. I like the way it's just, kind of doing its own thing. Um, the hard part about catching up, with everybody is, where do you start? Uh, since I last remember doing a live stream, if I remember correctly, it was a couple months ago. I'll have to look back through my list later or something and see um, what the last one was that I did. But since that last recording, till I know how far back it was or what month, I'm trying to contemplate, okay, what to do with this one. Should I just start it out the way I normally do? Read the goddess of the day, the spells of the day, and I've got at least 4 decks here that I'll do like one card each. And then sometimes I'll do like a random card and just see how many people respond and if the message fit them at the time. Sorry for the glare in my glasses, but it's just because of the way my place is here in the front room. It's hard to find the right angles to do stuff at. Like this one, for instance, I've never done it from this direction before. So this is new. And the unit that I'm on is my latest 2-in-1 that I got I don't know, several months ago by now. But I think this is the first time I've done a live. I could be wrong with this one. Because I'm gonna have to go into my settings at some point and start activating like my camera. You don't have access to this feature. Well, that figures. I was squinting because I was reading the little icons over here. Actually, they're on the left. Well, what's my left? So it's confusing. It's like, looking in a mirror. Let's see. Forgive my long pauses, guys, but I'm trying to think before I speak. Try to give myself a certain focal point and just focus on that one topic until I feel like, okay, that's about all I can say on that. Time to switch topic. So just bear with me. It's like almost 10 after 10 at night or thereabouts. Where's my phone? Here it is. It's over behind me. It is 10:10. Okay, so First and foremost, just let me, while my brain is trying to figure out what I want to talk about this time. I hope everybody's okay. I toiled with, do I want to do this publicly, like all the way, or do I want to do it subscribers only? And because of what I've been through, most recently I decided subscribers only, even though anybody can watch it. They just, if they're not a subscriber to my channel and I don't know them, they can't make comments and stuff over here on the right. Which is fine, because right now I don't need any more negativity. And I'm not saying that that's immediately going to be what people are going to do, but I can't risk it. So for any of you that would like to leave comments, like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment at the bottom of the video. I still have yet to figure out how to even get to my comments so I can reach them, because when I go into a certain home screen or whatever, that where you can do your playlists and you can do live streams and you can do videos and all that. Because I'm not familiar with how to do things on the 2-in-1 here, I've got to keep it as easy for myself as I can right now. I have a postcard business. It's an MLM, so it's mail order stuff. So for any of you that are only going to make negative comments about such things, please don't, because to be honest, and not to sound like a bitch or anything, but I don't want to hear it. If you can't say anything positive about it, then please just don't say anything at all, because I haven't gotten it started yet. I haven't been able to get it going because I'm waiting for my next check, which will be the end of this month sometime. So once it gets loaded, then I'm going to send for some 250 postcards, 250 postage stamps, and 250 leads. And I'm also dealing with the added frustration of, silly me, trying to take matters into my own hands and spend as little as possible. This is just an envelope from stamps.com. I have 15 sheets just like this that I was able to get from Amazon for $6.99. But as you can see, all it is the eagle. And then there's blank on this side here. That has to be stamped a certain way, by a certain process, rather through a printer or stamps.com, I think. And I got my account set up there, but I don't have any money right now to get any. So I've got 15 stamps, blank stamps, that are like literally good for nothing right now. 15 sheets. But I lack, gosh, now I can't even get this under here. I lack the funds to get it going any sooner. So I decided to try some things, try, fail, try again. That's how we learn, right? So doesn't mean give up. Just keep trying, playing around with different ideas. And if you commit to it enough, then you might come up with some, act on them, and see what you can do, see what you can manifest. So until I get my check and I do the standing order, which, since I tried my way and it didn't work, the most cost-effective way, because I'm still on a fixed income. I've only got a handful of followers on here, and if YouTube is anything like TikTok, if I remember right, you have to have 1,000 followers or more before you can get monetary donations on here. And let me tell you, I wish I did have that 1,000 or more, because I could use the extra money right now to put it in my business, because I haven't been able to do anything with my business like I would like, because My hair's sticking up all over the place here. Probably didn't get all the hair dye out of it like I thought I had earlier. So here's me, red and black. But of course now my hair won't lay down, so that's gonna bug me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just one thing after another. What is today? Is Saturday. Hell, let's just go with orange. Oh yeah, that makes sense, right? Here, let's do white. Too much orange. Let's do white. Ow! Plus, I'm, trying to keep my voice down too because I don't, if some of the hair is going to fall down, well, I guess it's going to fall down. I'm like winging it here. But as you can see, I cut my hair really short this time. It's just too hot, too, difficult to manage in my old age right now. I know some of you out there are probably laughing at me like, old age, what are you talking about? You're only 56. Well, to me, that's old. Because so much of my life has passed me by, and I don't feel like I've lived, really, yet. Something, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm trying to get my postcard business going. But I'm not going to, I got me some blank postcards. So if anybody wants me to send them a postcard, it will just be like the equivalent of me sending a letter through the mail. I'll put a stamp on it. I'll send it to you. So if any of my subscribers want me to do that, please leave a comment at the bottom of this video. Or if you have my number, text me or something and let me know you're interested. And I will send you one because I've got all these blank postcards I can do absolutely nothing with. Really. And that was another of my innovative attempts at cost effectively trying to get my business going, because when you get the startup kit, it's only $2 and you get a lot of paperwork. I can't show it to you because it's somewhere else in the room right now, but if I don't show it on this live stream, I'll try to show it here on another one soon. So the idea is you send $2 to Lon Lindsay. That's LONLINDSEY. Just do Lon Lindsay Phase 10 program. It'll tell you pretty much all you really need to know for now. If you want them to send you information on it, then tell them. Say, hey, could you send me a postcard? I want to see what this is about. Or could you send me a flyer, and give your information to him, and he'll do that. But if you decide to get the kit, the startup kit, it's only $2. You get a lot of information. You get a lot of additional ways and options of how to make extra money. And here recently, if I can get it out here, I got something that, where is it? It's me looking down under here because where did I put it? Last I knew it was down here. Gosh dang it, now I can't even find that. Okay. I don't know what I did with it, but I got a magazine in the mail recently that showed, hang on, my hair's sticking out and it's bugging me. It's nothing but countless money-making options through mail order stuff. Okay. Now, a lot of people, I get it. They don't like mail order stuff because it's a pyramid thing. And, there's no guarantee that you'll get responses right away and blah, blah, blah. And we can go on and on about it. But I have to do something because the long and short of it is Chris's health condition is getting worse. And he did go through the chemo and everything, and got rid of the cancer supposedly, but yet he still won't stop smoking. He has gotten infections in the same lung 3 different times already. The chemotherapy and the radiation messed him up so badly that his body now has been compromised, and they warned him that that could be an aftermath of getting this treatment done. So it's not like we were really surprised. It just doesn't make it any easier when it happens. Doesn't make it any easier to deal with. Doesn't make it any easier to try and put on a smiling face when really you just want to cry. What am I going to do? How am I going to live? If they put him in a home, and they've already threatened to do that. I mean, supposedly one of the times he went to the hospital and they said, if your health don't improve here soon, we're going to put you in a home. And they were talking about forcing him into something like assisted living. I can't take the stress of this anymore. It has taken the toll on my body. It's bad enough seeing him going through it, but it's killing me in the process because of all the stress, the additional stress, as if we didn't have enough stress already in our lives. Now there's more. If they have things go that route, and I hope they don't, but things go that route and they put him in a home, I'm not going to have anywhere to go. I'm not going to have any money to even begin to try and get a place somewhere. I have 4 cats. I have a fish. I have so much stuff. I had to buy a separate storage unit because I couldn't fit all of it down in the basement, and there's still a bunch around here just because behind me looks clearer now, and I'm thankful for that. But there's still just too much stuff that seems like every time I try to go through it and I try to get rid of it, and sometimes I'll get rid of 3 or 4 bags of clothes at a time. I gather them up and I take them to the thrift store and I donate them. The only problem is, because of the bed bugs and the roach situation and how badly we're infested with those, I'm not going to feel comfortable taking donations over there because I don't want to infest the store. I don't want to infest somebody's home if they buy some of the clothing that I donate and then there's one hiding in it, and before they know it, it's too late, and now they're overrun with them. And then guess what? Possibility they won't take any more donations from me, and rightly so, because that's the last thing I want to do is to infest somebody's house with these fucking things because of the hell I'm going through with those right now as it is. Our landlord is a slumlord. He won't fix the shit that needs fixed around here. The building manager that's still living here for free doesn't do shit. He sits on his fat ass. He drinks beer all day. And he does work. He does work a job and everything. But as a building manager, he is supposed to, last I heard or knew of, a building manager's duties partly is fixing shit that's broke. Okay? Getting a hold of the landlord, buying the materials, get a professional out here, or whatever it takes. I'm paying $465 a month for this place, and to me, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it because the stuff that's going wrong and the stuff that needs fixed, we can't fix it. I don't have the money. Chris don't have the money. We don't have a architect in our back pocket that we can have build us a fucking house somewhere. I mean, the money just isn't there, guys. And I know that that's all too familiar with a lot of people right now on the earth. So I thought, okay, this postcard business, I got to do something. I got to try something. Even if it don't produce a whole lot, it'll give me something to do. And it's, but just like with any business, you have to invest money to make money. There are no guarantees other than your faith and your belief and the strength of your faith and beliefs in your abilities, your skills, your determination, all the positive things you need to be a business owner. I can't just sit around and keep letting life pass me by and feel like I did nothing to live it. I just let it pass me by. I've got to produce this extra money somehow, and pretty darn quick, because like I said, I just don't know how much longer he's going to be here, because it's like there's days when things seem a little better, and then there's days, far too many, where it's completely the opposite. And it's like, no, this is not working. I've got to think of something. I've got to come up with some kind of plan of action so that if he does buy the farm, so to speak, pass on, what am I going to do? How am I going to live? I can't afford this place by myself. And it's not easy to just go out and buy a house somewhere anymore, you know, not with inflation and the cost of living going through the damn roof. So what do you do when you don't have the money to live? What do? Become another homeless person on the street and lose all your shit, you know, and then be even more miserable. And, you know, you have to give your cats away because you can't take care of them anymore. I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what else to even try right now. So I'm doing what I can with what I have. And if you don't try some things, how are you going to know if something's going to work or if it's not, right? So this is me trying some things. And you can't beat it for $2 with the amount of paperwork you get. And it tells you everything you need to know how to get this business going. I mean, the sweet spot is, according to Mr. Lindsay, who is one of many, we know how many mail order groups are out there, okay? And how do you decipher between the ones that are worth doing and the ones that are a waste of time, the ones that are a fraud, that claim to be something they're not? You know, I mean, it goes on and on and on. You know, it's like, time out, can't breathe. He's snapping at me more than he ever has. He's short-tempered even more than he's ever been. I get it. He's in pain all the time. Sometimes he can't breathe. Like I was over at my mom's, I think it was yesterday, and he called me before I was ready to come home because I was over there doing some cleaning for her, you know, just to kind of make up for how long I've been away and haven't been able to even go over and see my own mother. That's how much his health issues are taking me down with him, because he's more dependent on me now, because if he's having a really serious breathing issue, he might not be able to get a phone, get some help. And then what? I'm going to come home and find him dead. Oh yeah, that's going to be like therapy for the rest of my life. But at the same time, like I said, my body cannot take the stress anymore. So I've got to do something, and I've got to try some things and hope that I get lucky and that I can keep myself together enough and I can use magic to aid me to get this going, because it might be my only hope. If any of my subscribers are even remotely interested in this and what I'm talking about, like I said, please text me if you have my phone number, or find a way to leave a comment on here after this video so I know that you're interested. If nothing else, I'll use one of my blank postcards to just put Lon Lindsay's address, name and address on it, so you can send him a letter or whatever you want to do and say, hey, you know, a friend of mine told me about the startup program for the Phase 10 program. Get this, if once you get it going, okay, hello, Kalika, and you're doing it consistent and you're getting those out there, you're getting those cards out there, you're getting those leads out there, you're making the effort, you're doing your part, you're getting your cards mailed and all that kind of stuff. You can make 10 grand a month. Okay. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds pretty sweet right now, considering everything going on in the world and how wrong everything is going. And me trying to come up with an action plan of, you know, what am I going to do if they take him away? If his health gets worse, and they end up saying, that's it, Mr. Bizarre, you're going into a assisted living place. Oh yeah, that's going to hold well with him. No, it's not, because it's going to make him miserable. Sorry, my cat is being a pain in the ass right now. Kalika, will you fucking sit down or lay down or something, please? Fucking sit down or lay down. You're making me mad. Now come on, do something. As I was trying to say, I will send you Lon Lindsay's address. I will send you one of the cards, but you'll have to give me your name and address. Text it to me if you have my phone number. That's the most secure way that I can think of to tell you. And as soon as I write it down, if you want, I'll delete it immediately so nobody else has it but me. But there's a lot of other money-making opportunities in the startup packet that you can choose to do or not do. There's nothing saying you have to do them. Okay? But it'll give me a positive way to use my blank postcards, but I don't have any stamps right now. I've got 15 sheets of blank stamps, but that ain't doing me any good now, is it? And I certainly don't have the money to go and buy a book of stamps, because if I did that, I would have to buy 2 books of stamps, because there's 30 leads, 30 peel and stick name and address labels that you get in the startup kit. So Mr. Lindsay gives you what he can to get you started right away. Now, again, the percentage of how many of those 30 you're going to get back, if any, I can't tell you. Don't ask me. I cannot answer that, because it's going to vary probably with each person. And I don't know. I mean, it's looking like I'm not even going to be able to get my business off the ground and started until I get my check the end of this month, so I can get the stamps I need, get the cards, get the leads, and get them out there. So if you're interested, let me know. If not, that's okay. Again, I'm not trying to shove this down anybody's throat, because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like mail order stuff. Chris is one of them. And this is why I, a lot of times, choose not to share this with him when I'm trying one of these, because his first go-to is to cut it down, is to state the facts of, there's no guarantee that you'll get any responses, blah, 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 yakety smackety. Okay, I don't need to hear that, Chris, because you're not encouraging me. And yes, you're just stating facts, but I could find those facts out for myself too now, couldn't I? But at least I'm trying to make some extra money. What are you doing? Nothing to make any extra money. Your health won't let you. You have magnet fishing gear, you can't do that. You have metal detecting gear, you can't do that. You have an expensive fucking microphone and fucking headphones, and now you can't sit at your desk, which is supposed to be my desk, in the dining room to do live streams yourself or anything, because your health just won't let you do nothing hardly anymore. What does that leave me? I have to do something. I have to get out there and try some things, and hopefully I'll get lucky and I'll find one that works. But I can't even get his support on that. All he wants to do is cut it down and tell me all the reasons not to do it. That it's a waste of my time. That's weird. How is that magnetic? Okay, there, I just found a corner on my 2-in-1 here that's actually, this sticks to like a magnet. I'm like, what the fudge cake? I have no idea. Anyway, I have been, because I haven't been able to get anything set up outside of my home yet, doesn't mean I'm not trying, because I am. Everybody has their own process. Well, this is mine. Until I can get me some kind of therapy set up or counseling or something, and find a place that um, will pay for me to get these services for my mental health, and maybe even help in some ways that I could really use it right now, um, towards, like I said, making it an action plan, uh, getting me a place on standby, so that if something does happen and his health takes a turn for the worst and he ends up in the emergency room again, and they turn around and say, you're not going home this time, you're going into assisted living. And who am I to stop them? Me and Chris are not legally married. So I wouldn't be able to do anything. Just sit back and watch it happen and figure out, okay, what the hell do I do now? How the hell am I going to survive on a single income when the fucking rent for this place is fucking bed bugs biting again? It is what it is, and what are you really getting in return with this place? Sure, it's a roof over my head, it's food in my stomach, it's clothes on my back. So until I can get some stuff set up, and yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to talk about as far as the Phase 10, program. Because until I can get mine going, it's up to each individual person that may see this if they want to try it or not. But all I can tell you is go to Lon Lindsay, look him up. It'll prove that it's for real. Send him a letter, send him a note, send him a postcard yourself or whatever, and say, hey, Mr. Lindsay, a friend of mine told me about this Phase 10 program. Could you please send me information on it? He'll send you something. Or if you want to take a chance and spend the $2, then you send him $2 cash. That's what I did. And you might have to give it a week or two before he can get back to you, depending on where you live, what your schedule is. He's probably a busy guy right now, getting his business in the Phase 10 going and keeping it going and helping others. And then, of course, people that sign up under me, then I get benefits. I get, a percentage or something. I guess I don't know what yet, because again, I haven't been able to even get mine started. So that concludes that matter for now. I'll leave it up to you guys. Okay. That's just sort of me trying to explain part of what I have been trying to do to better my situation and better myself. And that's all I can do. So another touchy topic for me is talking about my daughter, Zephyr. In the 28 years or whatever she's been on this earth, I'm tired of being pushed aside. I'm tired of being ignored. I'm tired of her not even making any effort whatsoever to reach out to me, to try and spend time for me, to try and make time for me, yet she has time for everybody else but me. She'll reach out to Chris for something before she'll reach out to me. So I finally sent her some text messages, and I got that hurt out. And I said, I'm sorry if this hurts you, but I don't know an unhurtful way to explain this. I don't want this hurt anymore. I have to get it off my chest. I have to get it out of my system because it's messing me up and it's just making what I'm already struggling with 10 times worse. So I don't know if she's read them yet. I don't know what her response is going to be. I don't know if it's going to make her so angry and hurt her so badly and so deeply so that she may never talk to me again. I just don't know anymore. But I had to get that out. I even wrote, I call them magic letters, explaining a little bit better what I'm feeling, why I'm feeling that way, different things that I have observed over time. But what really screwed me up the most and cut me the deepest was when Adam took her away from me and she was only 2. She had no say in the matter. And once she finally realized what Daddy had done and that Mommy wasn't coming with him, she beat the fuck out of her mattress that very night, pretending it was him. She was 2. Okay, how do you get the concept of anger at the tender age of 2? To that degree, right? Because I was denied basically so many big chunks of her life. Now I don't know how to relate to her. I don't know how to connect with her. I don't know how often it's safe or okay to reach out to her and text her and call her, and because she's just busy all the time. She goes on all these trips everywhere with her friends. And when I brought it up one time, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, yet I can go on Facebook right now and probably see the latest pictures of the latest adventure she's gone on with whatever friend this time. Not once has she invited me. Not once has she offered. I have asked her several times if we could do something mother-daughter, and she won't even give me that. But I can't help but think and feel that if Chris called her tomorrow and got a hold of her and said, let's go do something together, she'd drop everything she was doing and do it for him. But not me. Do it for her friends, but not me. Do it for her boss, but not me. When's it my turn? My health ain't the greatest either. I have found out recently and accepted for myself that, and I've Googled it because I didn't know what else to do. Rather than start another pointless argument with Chris that's going to go nowhere and end in tears, I just said, fuck it, I'll just look at the shit up myself and figure it out myself so that I don't have to bother him with it. She was raised, and please, before I say this, don't take this wrong. Any of my friends out there that are gay, bisexual, queer, cross-dressers, lesbian, whatever, I don't mean this against any of you. I really don't, okay? I mean it in a general sense. I mean it in the manner that, yeah, there's a dark side to that stuff too. My dark side to that stuff is she was raised by gay men, Herman and Adam, and she basically, Herman was her mother. And all the things that Adam and Herman did with her that I was robbed of just hurts me even deeper and cuts me even deeper. All the birthdays I've missed, all the Christmases, the Halloweens, going out with her trick-or-treating when she's 4 years old, or, all that just gone, just taken because they felt more entitled to her than me. They destroyed my daughter, and this is the aftermath. So in that sense, I know that that's probably a big part of the reason why she gravitates toward Chris, because he's of the gay community as well, and he's got more of a feminine side. I have a girly side just like a masculine, but what the hell am I feeling on my leg this time? Is that you, Jack Jack? That's another sad story that I will touch on here probably briefly, but anyway, so I wrote my daughter this magic letter, and I'm gonna put it on the altar and just forget about it. Just let magic do its thing, and hopefully something will finally break and get through to her, and she will make time for me. And so I don't get myself even more depressed and upset. That concludes that matter. Next topic, Jack Jack. Might as well get all the sad stuff out of the way, right? Jack Jack was a cat, a male cat that my sister Normia had for many, 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 many years. 17 to be exact. That's a pretty long life for a cat, though, you know. And July 3rd, this year, she finally came to the heartbreaking conclusion that it was time to put him to sleep. So that's what we did. That's what we helped her do. Her daughter came over. We went over to the place in her daughter's car, and they did the euthanization, and they did a paw print of him. I believe I gave it to Norma to like take downstairs and keep it safe somewhere, because I was afraid if she kept it, if we keep it up here, that I don't want it to be damaged, because it's just a little plaster cast of his paw that they did probably when he was already gone. But we had to wait for about 3 weeks or somewhere in between that amount of time for the place that got his body for the cremation. So then once they got it and Norma finished paying for everything, then they said when he's ready, meaning his ashes are ready, then we will contact you and let you know to pick it up at a certain location that was closer to us over on Livingston. So that's what we did. She got me and her, get the right one out here. I'm wearing a lot of necklaces. Let's see. This is a black and silver metal pendant that has Jack Jack, some of his ashes in it. I have not taken this off since I put it around my neck when we went over and was finally able to get his ashes and stuff. She got a nice little cherry wood box urn for him, put a plaque on it, old man Jack Jack or whatever, Jack Jack, my old man, or something endearing like that. Chris is the only one that stayed with his body through the entire process. Me and Norma were so distraught, and even Paige, that all I could do was sit in the lobby and just bawl, and I was devastated for her. Because it's like, you're losing one of your children. They might not be human, but they were your baby for 17 years. Okay? Out of her 4 cats, Jack Jack was always the closest to her. And now he's gone. And the even sadder thing is that who knows, I may be going through the very same thing, because I could just as easily lose one of my cats without any warning. Boo is the one that I'm the most concerned about, because he's still so fragile, way too skinny. He gorges himself on food a lot of times, and he just throws it back up. It doesn't even digest in his stomach, because his little tummy's just not big enough to handle but a few pieces, it seems. You can tell how painful it is for me to talk about this stuff. And as weird as it may seem to say this, for those of you that truly understand, that have pets yourselves or have human children, that are not living with you, like my daughter Grace, who I haven't talked to in a while. I mean, I texted with her recently because she said something about let Michael know that, I'll try to write to him once in a while and just see how he's doing and stuff. And then, well, if Brooke found out about that, well, very possibly Brooke and Michael are no more. I don't know. But from the last few times I've talked to Michael, it's sounding like that may be the case. She maybe just finally decided, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I'm out of here. But I told her a long time ago, and I will stand by this. Even if it means her and Michael do break up, she will still be my daughter. Her boys will still be my grandkids. I haven't met any of them yet. But then she lives in the UK, so it's not like I can just hop across the pond at any moment and go see her. And I just hope that she remembers I said that. And how this is related to Jack Jack. The only way it's really related to Jack Jack is she lost her cat Pickles recently too. And I remember the day she told us about it, I was doing a live stream, and it was one of the few times she was able to come on for the live stream. And I started crying immediately. And I was like, oh, honey, I am so sorry. What happened? And she tried to explain it, but you can only, it's some stuff is just too hard to explain, especially when you're typing, and you don't want to get too personal about stuff, because even if other subscribers are watching, the public can still watch. They just can't comment, and you don't want to put your personal information out there. Just not a good idea. Not safe. Be careful when you do that, what you put out there, right? So when she lost Pickles, we were devastated. We cried and cried and cried. She sent me pictures of the little urn that she got for Pickles' ashes, and it was like a little ceramic cat curled up asleep, and it's just adorable. It just fit in the palm of her hand. It wasn't very big at all. Excuse me, I'm really gassy tonight. I had to have a leftover hot dog and 2 grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner because my food stamps don't load till Monday, and this is only Saturday still for another couple hours. So, but in conclusion about that stuff, I'm glad she got Pickles' ashes. I'm glad that I've got Jack Jack's pendant around my neck, and I will never take it off. And then, Norma got hers, of course, and because she got the same pendant for her and I both. And it cost her several $100s to pull this off, guys. So nowadays, that's a lot of money. Okay, that's a lot of money to produce and to come up with and materialize out of thin air. Oh crap, what have I done now? Hang on a minute. There we go. I'm just redoing a sticker here because I got it. It was just barely touching some of the keyboard keys, and I didn't want it to interfere with anything like that. So, yeah, there's been a lot of loss here lately, and too many trips to the hospital because Chris's health is so bad. And of course, my friend Anna Panarial is going through a lot of stuff too right now. Poor dear. And I light a candle for her every day and just ask the spirits, to let her have a good day. Just let her have a good day. Shower her with our love and strength and get her through, give her a reason to keep going. her kids are treating her horribly, and it's a mess. Because, yeah, I mean, does family make us miserable? Sure. Does family have a tendency to hurt us needlessly? Yeah. Um, does that mean that we should just give up and bail out and just stop living? No. You got to find a way to keep going. You've got to, because if you don't, then what do you have? Nothing. Some of the more uplifting events that have happened here lately is I'm talking to my brother again. And I'm wondering how long it'll last this time before he hurts me again and makes me block him on my phone because I'm tired of it. Do I enjoy talking to him? Sure. Does it put me in a better mood when I know that at least he's available? Yeah. But it still remains my job to find safe, healthy ways, unhurtful as possible, to get him to understand that if we are truly going to stick together and rise above these things that keep happening, then you got to stop doing the things that's causing the happening. Him and I got into a bad tiff this past April. He wanted to come down for Easter. I made the mistake of offering to go get him, but then I told Chris, and then me and Chris got into a rigmarole or upset or argument, or I can't even remember now. So I couldn't do it, and Carl called, and I offered to do it anyway, regardless of the fact that Chris really didn't want him there. But he turned me down. He said no. And then, I tried several times to continue the conversation and keep it on a positive level. But once he gets on his fit throwing little tantrums, forget it. You might as well I'm going to let you go. We'll talk later when we can both calm down. Bye, and just hang up. It really hurt me what he did for Easter, and just maybe 2 days ago, I was over at Mom's. Her phone got broke, so Jim went out and got her a track phone, and he finally got that thing set up for her tonight, which took him several hours before he could even get that going. And tomorrow I'm going to go over there again, and I'm going to do my best to try and show her some of the most basic things to do, like how do you make calls and how do you answer them. That's it. That's it. Any other features that they offer just would not do her much good right now because her eyes are bad. She refuses to go to the doctor to get any health, eye exams or anything, get some glasses to where she can see again. And same with her hearing. Her hearing is so bad, a lot of times she'll turn the TV up really loud because she can't hear it. And then it makes it kind of hard to have a conversation with anybody because then you feel like you're shouting because you have to just to be heard because she's got the volume up. But she refuses to go anywhere that we suggest or offer to take her to get the help for her eyes and her ears. So we just stopped trying. Because it's like kicking a dead horse. She ain't going to go. She's just not. So unless we take it upon ourselves to find some hearing aids that we can buy cheap that work for her purposes so that she can hear and we don't have to go through a medical doctor to get them, and the same with her eyeglasses, I'm seriously contemplating getting her a set of binocular glasses that are designed like binoculars, but they're you would think more steampunk if you've seen them. But look up binocular, but not something glasses, binocular glasses or something. I'm not sure how to tell you to, put the information in there. Or you can just simply say binocular glasses. But they're not cheap. They're, unless the price of those have gone up, they're like in the 30 some dollar range. Binocular glasses. So they're designed for a person to be able to wear like regular glasses. They have, earpieces that wrap around your ears, and they stick out maybe about, they're somewhere in the neighborhood about yay tall. So imagine a miniaturized version of binoculars, but they're glasses. Okay. Back when they first came out, and my brother noticed them for the first time, he told me about them. I had already seen the same advertisements for them, so I let him know, yeah, I've seen those. And yeah, I thought about getting them for mom. Him and I were going to go half, to get her a pair of those glasses. And I said, but you know what, bro? We're going to go through all this, spend this money that we really don't have to get her these binocular glasses, and she's not going to wear them. What's the point? When she was living at her old place on Santa Maria before where she is now, Chris bought her a shower chair, but he had to buy a specific type because her tub wasn't that wide. So only certain ones would fit it. Paid cash for it. Don't remember how much he paid for it, but it wasn't cheap. She never used it once. And it's like, so we just give up trying. So unless I'm ready to take a chance that she won't use them and that they'll just sit around and go to waste, get her some binocular glasses, get her some hearing aids. If I can manage to find some that she can wear, that she can take out at night, because she don't need them at night when she's sleeping. But knowing her, she's going to, even if I do manage to find some, she's going to say, no, I don't want those. It'll feel like a bug in my ear and I'll be afraid to lose them. So once again, kicking a dead horse. She's 94. She just had a birthday, August 6th. And I was such a fucked up mess that day, I couldn't even call her and wish her a happy birthday because I was a mess. I did not want to take that negativity to her on her birthday, even over the phone. I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I didn't. But I'm going to make up for that. I will get her some belated gifts and give them to her when I can afford to do so, and surprise her with them and say, here's some late birthday presents because I wasn't able to be here on your birthday because there was just too much shit going on and I was too much of a fucked up mess to even be there or call you and wish you a happy birthday. I was going to do a Lunasaw ritual on here, a live stream. Never did it. And I don't know if I'm going to finally eventually get one on here or not, to be honest, guys, because Lunasaw was August 1st. So that was the most recent, holiday that went by. I don't even remember what I did that day. I don't think I really did anything. I think I may have lit some candles and incense and did a small little prayer to the dragons of summer, and that was about it. I was such a mess even then that I could not even bring myself to do a ritual. And then, of course, there's the witchy, crazy days that I love on the one hand, but then I hate it on another. People blowing up my phone. People wanting my time and attention and effort and energy. People wanting to hang out. People wanting to do this. Mom wanting me to come visit. I mean, which are all just everyday things, but people knocking on my door. Friends wanting me to smoke with them. And it's like, I'm sorry, but I can't smoke with y'all right now because I'm at my mom's. So unless you're willing to walk down here, which I don't think she would like because she don't like it when strangers come to her place without her being told about it first. And the only way she would allow it is if I told her that it was somebody I knew, and that would be a lie because how would I know them unless it was through somebody else? I'm not going to just be okay with strangers being here or there, rather, at her place. So Chris has 11 appointments this month, doctor appointments, and I don't know how many of those he's already done, but probably only a handful of that. For maybe, I don't even know. I don't even know. So because of that, I can't go a lot of places. I can do little to nothing because I can't keep gas in the fucking car to be able to go and get the hell out of here. So not only do I have cabin fever in the worst sense of the word, but when I do go out somewhere, I am then forced to come up with even more money to put even more gas in the tank because he's still got a shit ton of fucking appointments to go to this month. And I'm like, this is my life. And it's not okay. It's really not. And it's placing even more responsibility on my shoulders that I cannot bear. So I try to come up with ways to be my own therapist. I write the magic letters. I finally get brave and courageous, and I send some text messages to my daughter knowing full well that it's going to hurt her. But I'm hurting too, and I can't seem to get her attention any other way. If I try to be gentle about it, it just seems like she dismisses it. But if I turn into a bitch to get it across, then, well, maybe she'll finally go, oh shit, you're right, Mom. I'm so sorry. Let's do something. Let's get together. I've offered to go there for a weekend, to go to Dayton, go over to, there's like a flea market that's really close to her house. Go there, talk to whoever is in charge, find out how much it would cost to have a booth for the weekend. And the only way I could pull even this off right now is it would have to be during a payday. There's no other way. It would have to be during a payday, a weekend close to a payday or whatever is as close to a payday as I could get. Stay from Friday to probably either Sunday sometime or Monday morning, first light. Set my alarm for an hour before checkout time, get up, get ready and just get out the door. And if I'm lucky, get some breakfast somewhere and then head back home. I never get any time to myself. The only way I get any time to myself is if I take a Janet day, and you all know what that means. It's where I just go out and do whatever I want to do and stay gone as long as I want to stay gone. And I have my phone with me always. I have the ringer up. So if Chris needs to call me and needs me to run ass back here because he's having another health issue that I have to deal with or crisis, then fine, whatever. I'll just once again drop what I'm doing to come and help you. Yet I can't get that kind of support from you when I need it. Thusly cutting down me trying to do something to make money, and it's not what he approves of. something's got to give. So that's all I'm trying to do is make some stuff happen for myself that needs to happen. So I got somewhere to go and the money to back it. Okay, enough negative Nancy talk, so to speak. Pardon me while I do this. Y'all probably thinking, why are you spraying yourself down with Febreze? Well, it's the only way I can keep the fucking bed bugs from biting me so much. Okay, it's still okay. So 15th, wait, 16th. Yeah, 16th. Got to get back to the right page here. August 16th. Spell of the day: Rue and Vervain Prosperity Bag. To make a powerful prosperity pouch, obtain a rue plant, R-U-E, and a vervain plant from a local nursery. Make a small pouch of bright red velvet cotton or silk, and in this red bag put coarse salt, stitch the pouch closed. Then form a larger red bag with a drawstring of red cord into this bag. Loosely place the little pouch containing the salt, some rue leaves, and some vervain. This bag will bring you both prosperity and protection. Oh, man. Now I gotta find the 16th with this one. Oops. Too far. Here we go. Out of this book. The peacock. Like the swan, the peacock is considered a royal bird, probably because it was originally imported by royalty and the very rich. It is seen as being only partly domesticated, like the cat, and therefore treated with suspicion. Any creature which is only tame to some individuals was likely to bring the accusation of witchcraft or trading with devils on those who did have the skill to handle it. It is said that it is unlucky to bring peacock feathers into the house, probably because of the eyes in the tail which are associated with the evil eye. This may have originated from ancient Greece, where they were temple birds, and to even touch one was punishable by death. This superstition is still so strong that many people will not even allow a picture of a peacock in their house. Having said that, some people believe that if a peacock drops a tail feather in front of you, it indicates a windfall is coming. In some places, the cry of the peacock is said to be the cry of souls in purgatory, whilst in others it is thought to signal rain. However, as peacocks are very vocal creatures, this would seem to indicate either that it never stops raining or that purgatory is very overcrowded. In the craft, we sometimes use peacock feathers in protection and defensive magic. Place one before a mirror to prevent it being used as an astral access or against you. Or place one in the window to deflect negative thoughts and intentions. People who seem to sail gracefully through life are usually paddling frantically under the water. Yeah, I'm there right now. Except I'm just paddling underwater. I'm I'm a mess. Okay. August 16th, Goddess of the Day. Ramadan, Saudi Arabia. Al-Lat. Themes: religious devotion, meditation, purity, home justice, children. Symbols: moon, silver, white stones. About Al-Lat. It's Al-Lat, a Persian and Arabian moon goddess. Al-Lat is the feminine form of Allah. Post-Islamic writings banished her name from holy books, but her presence remained behind as a domestic guardian, the giver of children and protectress of all good and just deeds. Hail and welcome, Al-Lat. Or Alat, or however, I'm probably saying it wrong. Allah, Al-Lat. To do today. Around this time of year, Muslims begin a time of abstinence to purify themselves and honor their sacred book, the Quran. During this fast, people are instructed to look within and rededicate their hearts to the tenets of their faith. To do this and also honor Al-Lat, fast for this day if physically feasible, or just abstain from one well-loved food or beverage for the day, and study your own sacred text. Pray to Al-Lat for insight into the deeper meanings of the words. Write down any observations in a journal so Al-Lat's presence will inspire good deeds and positive action for many years to come. To attract Al-Lat's protective energies into your home, grasp 4 white items. Coral and moonstone are excellent choices, and say, within these stones of white, Al-Lat place your protective light. Wherever these stones are placed around, your safety and presence shall abound. Put these as close as possible to the 4 directional points of the area that needs guardian power. So there you have it with those. So hail and welcome, Al-Lat. A-L-L-A-T. And she's a moon goddess, go figure. And it's night, the moon's out. Well, I don't know if it's out, but a lot of it depends on what phase it's in. Onward, I guess. Green Oracle. What do you have for me today? What one card message does the Green Oracle have for me today? No surprise there. Don't worry, it's nothing negative, because remember, this deck only has positive meanings. Animals. I get this one a lot. And yes, that's a fairy. The blue butterfly wing looking thing that's glowing in the middle, and there's the rabbit and the deer and the bear and whatever else. Card 33. Concept: all kind of animal creatures. Image: a cat, a rabbit, a deer, a bear, and an eagle sitting in front of a fairy holding the wand of a music director. Animals are very different from one another. Also, many animals are carnivorous and eat other animals. Nature, we know, can be cruel. It has so much death and suffering. What it doesn't have is evil. Animals cannot be evil because when you look at them, you cannot look just at a single action, but you look at them all together. The ecosystem moves like a melody or a dance. Divinational meanings. People can be different and each have different qualities and give importance to different things. Action is the key to change. Many voices need a single direction to sound as one. There is a music in life. I got this from an old shop that is no longer in business, one of my witch shops, because the lady is only able to, she just does everything online now. They can't afford to have a physical shop you can go into. They have kids they're trying to raise. They both work jobs. Yeah, it's a lot. So some things got to be sacrificed. So what is my affirmation for today? Don't take it personally. Interesting choice. Why do I feel like that has to do with my daughter? Wow. If someone starts to speak, oh, gee, it does, unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yes, that's probably it. So this deck does have some sense of humor. But I wasn't using this bag and it bothered me that I wasn't using it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to find whichever of these decks fits in it and it's going to be the bag for that deck now. Because it is honoring the memory of a shop that no longer is open that I can physically go to. I have to shop at her online store. But hey, a lot of people are doing that now because, like I said, if the money's not there, you got to do something to make that money, right? Something ethical, something sensible, I'm not saying go out and start walking the streets and become a lady of the night, let's just say. The Queen of Bordellos or whatever. What dragon is with me today and what is your message? Platinum. Haven't got him in a long time. Yes, that's the chakra colors. Okay, Platinum. Where are you? He is a Grandmaster Dragon. Read these. Where are you at, Platinum? Crap, I passed him up somehow. There he is. I am the keeper of secrets. This incredible being is the guardian of the Atlantean temples. He connects to Saint Germain and is the historian and record keeper of all events during the Atlantean era. He can take you to and bestow upon you the magic encompassed in that time. Yes, please. His message, I am the keeper of secrets, which are as old as the universe itself. I am here to impart this ancient knowledge to you, for yourself and others. This wisdom has been hidden for eons and forgotten by many. Now is the time for these memories to resurface and for you to acquire ancient knowledge. Yes, please. Like many things, these secrets have been hidden in plain view. All you need to do is ask to be reconnected to them. Yes, please. During meditation, Platinum will show you what to learn and recall, bring you into full alignment with new chakra energy, and guide you through the chakra color system. Yes, please. He will make you aware of your healing potential and connect with your abilities deeply, enabling you to clear the lower vibrations from your physical and spiritual bodies. Yes, please. Paving the way for you to become a truly awesome spiritual warrior. And in my case, a warrior of light. So, at least I know Atlantis is saying, tap, tap, tap. We'll help. We're here. What can we do? So that's nice. Thanks, my Atlantean fellows. I appreciate it. You just might have to bang me over the head a few times before I'll finally listen, but look at what I'm going through right now. I don't have any time for myself, so meditation, what's that? That's why come Monday, 2 days from now, I'm going out and having me a Janet day, because that is one of the few ways that I can actually make time for myself, by going out and doing whatever I want and stay gone as long as I want and hopefully have some positive experiences on the way. What fairy is with me and what is your message today? A blessing of glamour. Yes, please. Because I'm not exactly feeling pretty right now. A blessing of glamour. She is card 20. Card 20, page 75. Here she is. I've gotten this one before a couple times. The fairy gift of drawing on the deep well of magical shape-shifting ability that lies within you. Definitely yes, please. The blessing of fairy glamour is the gift of being able to change and appear a little different than how we feel to be. Well, with me right now, it would be the glamour of being thin, but healthy, nice, perfect weight, shape, and size for me. For some people, this could seem a ruse or manipulation. In truth, though, it is the ability to draw deeply from within us to find the strength to become what we need to be. You are now gifted the blessing of fairy glamour, and you will find you can draw confidence from deep within you in challenging circumstances. The fairies will lend you some of their energy too, so you can feel brave within an intimidating situation. Yes, please. Overcome nerves that might prevent you from doing something you would otherwise enjoy. Yes, please. Find the strength to confront what must be confronted. Yes, please. Or head to a meeting with confidence. Yes, please. Fairy glamour is also the ability to physically change. Definitely, yes, please. So to others, you may now seem a little taller. Yes, please. And you will have greater belief in your own presence now, too. Yes, please. To know that you draw your energy up from within and have influence by showing all of what you can be. Yes, please. Let the mantle of the blessing of glamour now fall about you to help you feel and be powerful even when exhausted. Yes, please. To feel attractive despite societal conditioning and criticism. Yes, please. To speak your truth when you feel afraid of what the truth's reception will be. May you be invisible when you do not wish to be seen, and may you be seen when you wish to have presence. You now have the gift of glamour, and you can use it to call upon your own fairy blood, yes, please, to arise and be of assistance to you when the travails of the human world can seem a burden like they are right now. Draw up the glamour from within and assert a boundary, repel a predator, create an impression, and believe in yourself once again. A blessing of the fairy glamour to you, friend. Thank you, Glamour Fairy. Now just help me to get some time to myself so I can do exactly that. Which, like I said, that's why I'm planning on going out and having me a Janet Day Monday. I haven't done one in a while, and I know I'm limited as far as where I can go and how much gas I can use right now in my own car because of too many damn annoying fucking doctor appointments. And some nights, believe it or not, I go to bed hungry because we don't shop for groceries like we once did. There are far too many days that seem to be happening more and more often now where we have little to nothing to eat. And that's just making this continued struggle with my weight to be even more of a burden. And as far as keeping positive and optimistic, I'm trying really hard to do that. But I feel like I don't know how I'm doing. Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? Am I somewhere in between? I just don't know anymore. Another hopeful, tenuous bit of good news. I got things sorted with Brian of Winding Road Coven and have been once again re-invited to start coming to at least certain ceremonies that they do, but then there's certain ones that I'm not allowed to attend because they don't think I could handle it right now. And who am I to say I can't or can if they're not willing to give me a try, or if I don't start experimenting with some deities now, which I have been, I mean, even though I still have not been able to bring myself to do it every day. That's why I do the daily goddess. That's why I do the daily spells from 2 separate books. That's why I do the cards. And right now, just to let you guys know, anybody that follows me on TikTok, Thanks for the follow. Keep it up. Sorry if I don't recognize some of you, because if you don't tell me what your code name is there, I'm never going to know. And you can always, that's something you should be able to text to me on my phone, because this is subscribers. So this is meant for only people that I know that do have my number. And remind you, I have unlimited talk and text. So you don't have to worry about, me sacrificing a bunch of my media and stuff like that, because my media I almost never use except for like pictures, videos. I just recently discovered that on my phone, that when I do a live stream on TikTok, even though it's only 10-minute ones right now, because I just can't, I'm just not there mentally, emotionally, and spiritually right now to have the courage and bravery to start up my live streams on there again, minus doing the 10-minute video thingies once in a while when I feel up to it, which I really can't tell one day from the next what kind of mood I'm in until that day's here. And how much sleep did I get the night before? Did I have bad dreams? Did I have bizarre dreams? Did I have awkward dreams? Did I get enough sleep? Did I get enough to eat? There's no worse feeling than waking up in the middle of the night hungry or going to bed that way. And because of one damn lousy fucking signature that our landlord didn't have the fucking decency to give us, they cut 100 of my food stamps off. So I get less than what I was getting before. I get 172 now instead of over 200 like Chris gets, because we both got the same amount. But in so doing, we have to continually convince welfare that we are not a couple, that we are not married, that we haven't been together for 18 years, that we prepare our meals separately, and blah, 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 yakety smackety. How much longer are we going to get away with that before they're going to be on to us? And I can't lose my food stamps. I'm losing enough as it is. And probably one of the most difficult things that I'm going through right now is I feel like Zephyr and Michael are not even my kids anymore. They belong to Chris. And I just don't exist. I'm not worth their time, effort, and energy, but they will bend over backwards to do something for him. Now, I'm not saying that is the case so much with my son. I hope I'm wrong. My son Noah, love him dearly. Hope he's doing okay, but I cannot handle that boy's drama. And I cannot handle his mental issues on top of my own and Chris's and a bunch of other people around me. My mom broke her phone recently, and the soonest that me and Chris are going to be able to get our replacement phone is when we get our check. And that's not until probably the 30th of this month. If any of you decide to take a chance and get the startup kit for the Phase 10 program and join under me, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you find it as enjoyable as I'm trying to make it for myself. But until the money is there and I have the materials I need to get it off and running, I'm still stuck with only getting paid once a month, and the money's gone within a day or two. Can't afford to live. But the more people, obviously, that join under me, the more money I'll get, bonuses and stuff that I can really use right now. And I will even throw in a bonus of, I'll tell you what, if you guys at least try this for, I don't know, say 6 months, a year, whatever you really realistically think you can withstand before you either decide to stay with it or decide it's not worth your time, effort, energy, and money, so don't do it. Stop doing it. I will do and continue doing money-making spells for all of us, money-drawing spells, spells of positivity, every kind that I can think of, especially ones to balance out the negativity that's all around us every day anymore. The area that I'm in is getting bad again, and it's to the point that I can't even get the simple exercise of walking to my mother's because I don't feel safe doing so. And she's like maybe a 10-minute walk from where I'm at. So I have to drive because at least when I'm behind the wheel, I can lock my doors and I stand, I think, the best chance of getting where I'm going safely. The next live stream I do on here, provided it doesn't take me several months to, again, but now that I know I can do it on this one, I'll just start doing it on this one. It'll just add to the others that I've already done. But let's make some money together. Times are tough right now for a lot of us, and that little bit of extra might just be the very thing that makes the difference, which we can't obtain sitting on our duff and letting life pass us by like I'm doing. I will check my phone often. I will continue to try and learn how to see if anybody's ever going to leave any comments under any of my live streams, whether it's now or 10 months ago. Because all I can tell you, I'm not saying you guys aren't leaving comments, but if you are, I haven't seen any of them. I mean, not a single one. So the only ones that I do see is if any of you get on and you pop up in the chat. But until and unless I manage by some miracle to get 1,000+ followers on YouTube here to where I can start getting monetary donations, and wonder how long I'm going to do that before YouTube's going to screw me over, is even worth trying. Or are they going to take so much of it? It's just not worth doing because I'm basically doing it for free like I am right now. And I'm not benefiting as much as I would with the extra money right now. Demon Trump running the White House and running the world is just making matters darker and more grave. And for those of you that are Trump supporters out there, you might not want to subscribe to my channel if you're a Trump supporter, because I think that he should go back to hell and burn there where he belongs. Because he sure is doing an awful lot to fuck a lot of shit up for a lot of people right now, and I don't like it. And neither do they. How many lives is that son of a bitch going to destroy before he's out of office, before his 4 years of destruction are done, and he can never, ever run for president again? But anyway, I better wrap this up for now because I don't know if I've been doing a good enough job to keep my voice down, because he's in there trying to sleep. I don't know how much of what I've said he's heard. I don't even care anymore. I'm at my wit's end here, folks. But I don't need another pointless argument with him that's going to go nowhere and end in tears either. So Blessed be. Peace. Thanks for watching. See you later.